Welcome back to a Naked and Afraid podcast. I'm Debbie Vias, and this is my co-host,
MaLu Beyonce.
And yes, that's her real name.
Yeah.
And we are on episode 2 of The Last One Standing. Catch me if you can. Thoughts, openings, beginning. What do you think? Where are you at?
I was here for a different show. I thought we were doing the Jeff is Stealing the Show podcast today.
Okay, let's go with that. That's the show we're doing, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
The Jeff Show.
Let's do it. It's the Jeff Show. I'm telling you, it seems like it's all about Jeff. Am I wrong?
No, I don't think you're wrong. You are not wrong at all. Oh my gosh, it was good. It's getting good.
Oh, it's only gonna get better. But so let's start off with, let's not forget, Matt and Wes are alone. We miss you, Gwen.
They are. Yeah.
We miss you, Amber.
Gwen and Amber Tapp last episode.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely missed.
Yes. And I would have to say, if there was a second person that's still in the show, it's Gary. Gary's still in the show too.
He is. He coming back for more. He's still there.
Yes.
Hold out for as long as we can. Then we got Gary. Till the end, Gary.
Okay, be careful because your camera, you're so excited you're shaking the camera.
I know, my leg hit the desk.
Okay, so he finds a kudo ravaged by maggots. And I just want to tell you something, Gary. I really don't appreciate it because I was eating a hamburger at the time and I was like, I still kept eating the hamburger, but I was like, oh no, don't eat it as I ate my hamburger.
God. I was like, no, don't do it. Don't do it. He did it.
He did it.
And is that what's like the worst thing you've seen people eat? I would say that's at the top of the list for me.
You think maggots are bad? Mice. I would think a mouse would be the worst.
Yeah, I seen someone eat a mouse.
Yeah, Sexy Mike ate a mouse.
Yeah, he did.
And I would still kiss him on the lips.
Yes, you would. Yes, you would.
Yes, I would. And Gary's like, I eat maggots like ice cream. That's because you crazy, Gary. But I love you. You crazy, but I love you.
Yeah. Waz was like, no thanks. I'll pass. I'll pass this one.
He was. He's like, I'm good. So let's talk about Dan and Cheney again. It's like, okay, so now we're on the show, and it's the first time we really get to see them, and they got bad news.
They got bad news.
Their meat was green. It rotted out.
Man. And I was wondering, was that everybody's meat?
No.
Just theirs? What happened there?
I don't want to say anything negative about Dan and Cheney, but this is a competition show, and we are going to bring it. What did y'all do to mess up y'all's meat? They probably smoked it too slow.
You think?
Oh, yeah. What do you think? You think it was something different?
I had no idea. I'm like, nobody else complained about the meat. How's your meat go bad?
They didn't cook it right. They didn't cook it right. I'm sorry, Dan. I still love you. You're still cute.
He's not a cooker, maybe.
He's not. As good as Dan looks, you don't have to ever step in the kitchen a day in your life.
Yeah. We're not worried about it. Not at all.
Okay, and so I'm still freaking confused as to why we're on day 4 and Matt has not gotten the boat. I just really don't understand.
So I had thought that too, and I'm like, what is taking him so long? What is taking him so long? And then I did catch it a little later. He's like, I couldn't get to it because I was taking care of Gwen, and I did not say that in the last episode. I did. I could. He was right next to her, worried, and I totally believe that. Like, he didn't want to leave her side. He was there to take care of her, and I think that's what took so long. I mean,
very good point.
Got him in the end, but kind of hurt him a little bit. Well, did it? Didn't it? I don't know. But yeah, he did say that.
Yeah. So yeah, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So let's move on to the next, peeps. That's Jeff and Stacy. The Jeff Show. I can't believe it's taking us so long. I'm sorry, Jeff. And Jeff is talking about how he's like, I think we were tricked. Yeah, I think.
Yes. Super smart. Oh my gosh. I would not take my eye off him. Well, nobody is anymore, Jeff, but nobody's going to take their eye off you. Super smart.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how come we
Kind
haven't
of.
seen this bow? Wouldn't Matt be, which, I had thought that too, if Matt had it, wouldn't he be flaunting it? Probably make
Mm-hmm.
Jeff a little suspicious.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He's like,
Yeah.
I think something's up here. Yeah,
Right.
good instincts.
Yeah, it was good instincts. Jeff is very smart, kind of. Let's stop here and let's talk about strategy. Because I want you to tell me what you think about Matt's conversation with the group besides Stacy and Jeff about about Jeff's play style. What do you think? What did you talk about that?
I want to say I don't feel like it was ganging up on him.
Mm-hmm.
I see it as you guys are behind. Now you're catching up. Really is what can you do now? Now you're, whether they were together in a group or with their own pairs, they all had to step up their game a little bit. And I think Jeff's just ahead a little bit, whether he's being a weasel or not. Even coming up with strategies. What are we gonna do now? I didn't think it was a bad thing. I don't think they were ganging up on him. It might have seemed like that. I don't know. What do you think?
I think it's strategy. You're in war, you get together and you strategize. However, there's some things I want to talk about here. And I think this is very important for the game. I think people are losing sight of what's really going on here. What's really going on here is that you have to take care of your partner. Because if they tap, you get kicked out. So what is the harm in sharing everything in the beginning? Because it's 3 weeks. It's 3 weeks of tools. It's 3 weeks of not having a real competition until that third week. So I think everybody has gotten into competition mode very quickly. And I'm going to stand up for Jeff here a little bit. Jeff is in competition mode from the very beginning. However, he hasn't tried to deceive anybody. He's just happy for winning. He's happy for finding the tools. Mm-hmm. He's bragging about it. There's nothing wrong with bragging about it. But maybe someone should have stepped aside and said, hey, listen, we got 3 weeks. Let's share, and we'll go from there. And right, Stacy at some point in there mentioned it, and he was like, when did this become socialism? Well, I think you're just ahead of the game, Jeff. The first week, you should not have been so, because you're showing all your cards. You're showing everything. You're like, this is how you're going to play the game. But it wasn't time. There was nothing wrong with what he's doing.
Yeah. Yeah. Good point. I agree. I think Stacy was getting frustrated with him, too. And, oh my gosh, I laughed. And she goes, what'd she say? I feel like I'm
being held hostage.
Oh, yeah, being held hostage.
Stacy has the most power in the entire show right now, and I don't think she knows it.
Oh, I agree.
If I was Stacy and I was paired with Jeff, and Jeff was acting the way that he's acting, and she truly believes that there should be more of a socialism, I'm going to use his words. Yeah, I would be like, you know what, Jeff? I think I'm going to tap. Either you get on board or I'm tapping. We have 2 more. I mean, at this point, it's 2.5 more weeks of this. Everybody hates us. Everybody's coming against us. It's time for us to change our game plan. And you know what? I would tell her, or if I was her, you know what I would say? Sorry goes a long way. How hard would it be for them, like, you know what? We got off to the wrong start. Y'all's strategy was right. Mine was wrong. Let's start over. And if you don't say that, Jeff, I'm tapping. And your chance of getting 100,000 is out. So Stacey has the most power.
Oh, do you think they're beyond that, though?
Beyond what?
Like apologizing? Like it's going to do any good, really? Anybody's going to trust him? Who's going to trust him?
Nobody's ever going to trust him.
Yeah,
I mean, like I said last episode, he put the target on his own back because people feel different ways. It takes different people to survive, to run the world. Remember when, or you might not know, but in one of the challenges, he was like, we're neighbors, not partners. And they got food and he didn't share the food. And everybody hated him for that. But let me tell you something, Debbie. You're my partner. And it's between me and you, and I want to make sure that you get to the end. I would not walk over someone who's dying. However, I'm not going to feed them. And I heard a very interesting story. And I don't know if I should name who told me this story, but in the military, on certain field practices, if pairs get food, they make them eat the food separate from the other people that are in the field challenge, because they want them to celebrate their win. So there's nothing wrong with not sharing food, but that's one reason why people don't like Jeff. And maybe some other things that we don't know about, like behind the scenes stuff. Yeah, for sure. But the fans love him. I know. I think it makes it exciting. I mean, I really do. He does make it exciting. Like the comments. Let's talk about the comments, Debbie. Oh my gosh. I was like, because I don't want to think negative, you know, and I seen one that said, I love Jeff no matter what anybody says. And I was like, me too. And I don't want, you know, what I think to change. You know what I mean? So, right. I mean, I try to stay strong-willed and, okay, well, yeah, they had a point, blah, blah, blah. Well, I like to save it for this conversation right here, but. Yes. Lots of comments. Comments. I made a comment saying that if it wasn't for Jeff, this is the Jeff and Gary show, and I don't think it would be such a good show without them. And they were like, it's not one person that makes the show and blah, blah, blah. But you know what? Jeff is getting the most airtime than anybody else. Mm-hmm. He sure is. Yeah. Well, so what do you got to show? Right. Kind of thing. Yeah. Yes. So Matt tells Jeff, I'll decide later about the bow. And let's talk about Jeff's response. He says, I believe Matt is being deceptive. So I may be playing nice now, but the moment someone starts being deceptive, that is how wars happen. Mm-hmm. So in Jeff's mind, he's been playing nice. But everyone else thinks he's being a weasel because he's holding on. You can't be mad at someone for having a strategy to go out and get all the tools. And then, I mean, he's not being mean. I guess the fact that he wants to barter for them, to put him in a more comfortable position, that's not being mean or deceptive. I don't think so either. And I actually thought at one point, maybe he thought everybody was being the same way or doing the same thing. Yes. So he didn't know. You know, yes. I found this. You want to trade? Mm-hmm. You know, he didn't seem like he was being a jerk about it. I mean, Stacey calls him a dick, but I mean, she tries to tell him a couple times. So yeah. He's aware now. He's aware now. There's an opportunity to work together. That was a major mistake, Jeff. You should have worked together with everybody else in the beginning. Yeah. Yeah, it could have been different from the beginning. Here's some advice for everybody. When someone doesn't like you and you acknowledge it, but you have to be around them or you have to work with them or you want them to like you, you have to adjust the way that you are a little bit. Mm-hmm. Yeah, do things differently. Mm-hmm. To be liked. Yeah. Or, I see what you're saying. And if everybody doesn't like you, a lot of the times, the problem's probably you. Yeah. You're going to have a big target on your back now. Yep. I was like, why? I'm not up with all the survivalist skills here. But why was Gary making a fire like right up against a tree? I was like, I was going to say, I never seen that before. Mm-hmm. So yeah, when the fire started, I was like, I said. Yeah. Like, I caught that. See? Yeah. Yeah, I don't. Was that something, people usually do? Or is that a good technique? Know what was going on. Is that to keep the fire going? Because it didn't end well. It did not end well. It did not. But oh my God. Lesson learned, Waz was involved. So I think it was just something, I feel so bad. Since Waz was involved, it had something to do with maybe a fluke. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it is what it is. And he was okay. Everything was good. Thank God he was okay. Now, that was a real
Yeah.
dangerous, situation. People keep saying, oh, this is kind of scripted. It's not real. Give me a break. That was real as all get out.
Hey guys, it's Wes from Naked and Afraid, the assassin. The fans nickname me the assassin because of all the game I killed in South Africa. And today, I'm killing it in the kitchen. The assassin lives. Yeah, I just came out with my own cookbook. It's got 23 recipes, one guest recipe by Gwen Grimes, Grizzly Gwen. I've got 22 other recipes in here. I've got cameo photos from a lot of your favorite survivalists. It's a good read, and it's a lot of fun. Go to wesharper.com, click on merch. You can pick up a cookbook, or a t-shirt, or a hat, or a coffee cup. Thanks for all the support, guys. And now back to my new Beyonce and the Oh Heck Nah podcast.
Oh yeah, the jaguar paws look real too that they show. All the paws look really real.
Okay. I thought you were talking about something else. I thought you were talking about the jaguar and the tree. I mean, the kill in the tree with the jaguar teeth marks. We didn't talk about it last week. I don't want to talk about it because it gives less to the show. But I'm going to look at producer Paul and be like, really? I saw a lot of comments. Nobody was buying that y'all took a kill away from a cougar.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so now that we're talking about Gary, I want to take a moment and I want to read something that Gary wrote to me today.
Okay.
Gary was in a chat room and he's asking if he wants, people to be, if people want him there, if people want him in the chat group. And my response was, of course we want you. I can't believe you're asking. Gary Golding, do you care what people think about you? Remember last week I was like, he's a little crazy, he takes too much risk, but I don't think he cares. And he says, MaLu, I do. He used my name. And I was like, that's caring. Once they cross the line, though, and I see that they're trying to simply destroy me or hurt me, then I know when to say I don't give a F. I wouldn't say that I don't care entirely because that would mean that I don't care about people as a whole. It's definitely not black and white, but nuanced. I analyze, then act accordingly. Thank you so much for your beautiful, positive message. Mind blown. Is that not deep or what?
Wow. Holy cow. Gary said that?
Gary said all that. I cannot believe Gary. I was like, who cares? I have this policy about if I don't love you, then you really shouldn't be able to hurt me. That's my policy. Like, if someone's mean to me and you don't pay my bills and I don't love you, well, oh well. But we know it tends, it hurts a little bit when someone does it, even if you don't know them. But that was deep from Gary.
Yeah. And I'm not going to let you hurt me, but more,
I'm going to defend my darn self.
Yeah, I don't have to stay. I'm bigger than that. I don't have to stay and listen to this.
Maybe.
Kind of thing?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Like he said, it's very black and white. He defends himself and also doesn't have to stay for it. So you go, Gary.
I like that.
I do.
I think he's someone to watch.
He is someone to watch. He's very entertaining. Like
and
I
he's
said,
very funny. He's funny.
Yes, but I wouldn't want to be on a challenge with him. Love you, Gary, but you take too many risks. I would not want to be on a challenge with Gary. We'll be eating maggots.
Oh my gosh. What would you say is the worst thing you ate?
Ever in my life?
I was going to ask you that, yeah.
My mom's menudo. It had no flavor.
I mean, if it ain't got no flavor, that could taste bad.
It could taste bad. But I remember one night, me, you, and Willie went to Wattis after clubbing to go eat menudo. And I'm eating, like, this mess is so good. I'm eating that menudo. And then I was like, what is this? And Willie was like, oh, that's the cow's foot. I was like, the cow's foot? This cow's foot's good. So, there's not
pig
many.
Feet. It was pig feet, yeah.
Was it a pig foot?
Pig foot.
Almost everything I've eaten, it has been good. Honestly, I don't like beets, though.
Beets?
Yes, I don't like beets. But I eat them. Is that weird? I don't like them, but I know they're good for you. So whenever I go to a salad bar, I'm like, ooh, it's time for my beets.
Mm-hmm. No, I don't think that's weird. I think I was like that with like black olives. They were always like in Greek salad. And but I would eat them.
Yes.
And now like on pizza, I'm like, can you take off this and add some black olives?
Oh, no. Well, what's the worst thing you've ever put in your mouth?
I want to say, and I eat a lot of seafood. Like, I'll try anything. I will. I would like to take Andrew's shade and go to a seafood place. I'm like, you're going to try this right now.
Are you going to force feed Andrew seafood?
I would. If I was ever eating dinner, Mr. Shade, I'm going to order you some seafood.
Make him eat some unagi, which is eel.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah. He's never going to invite us to his house. Okay, let's move on. We're sidetracking.
I was going to say caviar, though.
Oh,
caviar.
You don't like caviar?
No.
Oh, I love it.
I did not like it.
Do you like California rolls?
I do. I can do
you know that orange, the orange on the outside, you know that's caviar.
Yes. This is black.
Oh, yeah, that black caviar is delicious.
Oh, no, I didn't like it.
What the heck was that? What were you yelling at?
I was like, no.
I thought someone was attacking you. Okay. So back to the show. So we're talking about Stacy, the most powerful girl in Africa right now. She says, getting all the items is not how you win. And she's right. And I was like, that girl just read my mind. That's not how you win, especially in the first 21 days. The first 21 days, again, the way you win is by taking care of your partner.
Mm-hmm. And making the 21 days, right? So, someone had a first kill besides the maggots. Did you see that? I don't want to jump too far ahead.
Who was it?
Dan, he killed the... Was it better? The
puff adder.
The puffy thing crawling on the ground.
Okay, let's talk about that. Since you brought up Dan and the puff adder. First off, I want to say that, you know, when people are watching you, you're more reserved. I think Dan was really smooth because he's like, okay, tell me if it's poisonous right away. But I was like, yeah, that's the first thing he wants to know because he was probably like, oh my God, is it poisonous? Like on the inside.
Yeah.
And that's the way I totally would have been too. But again, I'm sorry, Dan. I love you. I am going to give you a little bit of critique here. I'm very happy that you had the stick in your hand. And he went after that snake. He was just beating it, girl, wasn't he?
Yeah. I was like, didn't he? What did he kill it with? You know, I actually had to rewind. I'm like, a stick.
Yeah, he just beat the thing to death.
He doesn't need a tool. He has a stick.
You know what? Dan's always getting things without a freaking tool. Yeah.
The planter. He calls himself the planter, the scientist, I forget. Finds the plant, the tomato plant, or the potato plant. I'm like, you know what? You know why?
Why?
Because he works for Mother Nature. That's why. The man works for Mother Nature.
And that was really cool. But let's talk about Chini. She was like, yeah, usually when you cook it, the alkaline. And I was like, oh my God, these people are just too smart. I was like, oh. She's using those big words. I was like, oh, when you cook it, the alkaline. No, girl. When you cook the potatoes, when you cook food, it usually tastes better. But she was very scientific about it.
They're so smart.
They are.
That's a big plus.
Yes, and they were the ones who went on day 6 and explored the next day migration. How smart is that?
I'm like, oh, we got players joining the game.
Now that's players. The smartest, the smartest move yet was exploring the day before migration. You go, Dan. You go, Chini.
You go, Chini.
And on a side note, when Dan had on Chini's glasses, I was like, oh, he looks so cute. Did you see that?
I did. I was like, were those glasses? He had glasses on.
Yeah,
they were Chini's glasses, weren't they? Oh, I didn't think about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
They were Chini's.
You know, Dan's looking at the map, and he's like, I'm not good at land maps, which I guess means he's good at sea maps, because, he does go out, in the ocean. So I was like, okay, how is that possible? Because I just don't think he's giving himself enough credit. So let's talk about Stacy, the most powerful girl in the world again, and the shoes.
Ooh, there was some shoes. There were some
Smart.
Nice shoes. And I think it worked great.
Yes.
They were hauling when I seen them, like when they showed how far they were up the next day. Hauling. That was a good idea.
Yes, let's talk about Migration Day. We're finally to Migration Day. And I would just like to point out, I did predict that we were going to see Migration Day on this episode. And everybody was hauling butt, were they not?
Yeah, they were. They were like, let's get up, get it ready to go.
I mean, they were literally out of breath.
Yeah. Oh, and I wonder did they say how far that was? It's like 2 miles. They were, and Jeff and Stacy, they were pretty far ahead.
Mm-hmm.
They really were.
They went all the way to the water. This was another mistake, everybody. I think Matt kind of, caught on to it. There was no need to rush out there. Everybody was so worried about finding, the hooks and the tools and all that. But you got to be safe. Matt made a big mistake earlier when he was climbing up that tree to get the bow so he wouldn't have to share with Jeff. Jeff offered. He said, hey, do you want to work together? And Matt turned it down. The most important part right now in this first 21 days is to take care of yourself. People are walking fast, trying to rush. It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, or let me spot you. But
yeah.
Of course, knowing, okay, but you'll want something in return.
Mm-hmm.
But he said himself, like, I should have lost some weight before. And he's climbing up a twig,
Yeah, because he was rushing and, like I said, a little bit dangerous. I think everybody's letting the game get to their heads. Y'all are not thinking clearly. Y'all need to slow the F down before someone falls and breaks an ankle. Look at Waz in the water, when he was in the water.
Oh,
now,
my goodness, I know.
Scared the living mess out of me. I know he's going to win. I know he's going to be there to the end. So I wasn't too worried, but I was a little worried.
Yeah. Or when Sarah took off. I was too far ahead. But yeah, I was like, I was like,
okay,
I was like at the edge of my seat. Really.
Yes, the show's so good. So
the whole time.
They go to zone 2. Everybody gets there. It doesn't matter in what order. They want to brag about what order they got in there. And like Wes was like, I was in, I'm happy to be in the top 3 for making the figure 4. I understand, but that's not, that's really not that important. Sorry, but it's not. Not when it comes to the game. When it comes off to showing your survival skills, yes. Figure 4. Matt gets them first and they start going, down there. That was amazing how late Jeff and Stacy got there.
I know. But they did. They made it in time.
Mm-hmm.
When they were all there. They were the last ones? They were the last ones?
Yes.
He's at the water first, though.
No, he's at the water first the first time. Then he had to drive off. Then he had to walk all the way back.
Right.
Why did everybody else have fruit except Wes? I'm a little confused. We're going to have to ask him. Hopefully he'll be on the show. He acknowledges his mistake and hopefully he learns from it. And he says, I learned from it. But I still don't understand why he didn't have any fruit.
I don't know. I just thought he wanted to harvest it for later. Like for food. Like, I forgot my fruit. I'm like, you're going to turn around and go all the way back to get the fruit.
You should have asked somebody. I don't know why he didn't ask somebody for fruit.
Yeah.
Because Matt was walking by Dan and Cheney, he's like, hey, y'all good? And they were like, yeah. So they're your friends. They're your family. Ask someone for some fruit. Why didn't someone offer them some fruit?
Right. Did you need it for the traps?
Yes, that was part of the trap.
For the trap. Okay.
He had to bait it. He looked so adorable, cute. When he was looking up at the judges to see if they approved of his trap, he was like, please, yes, please say yes. It was the cutest thing. So there's judges there making sure that their traps are, adequate enough before they can move on to the next zone. So that is a competition.
And he did. He got in there with Matt while they were looking for again, I'm confused. They were looking for porcupine. Is it like the porcupine hairs?
Quills?
I don't know what they're quills. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just in the tree, in the brush?
Yes. Because they shed them all the time. So that was going to lead them to their track of where it was. But they didn't actually have to find a porcupine. They just had to find where maybe the porcupine bed was, like where they sleep or something like that. It was just a point on the map. And the quills will show you their direction.
I see.
Mm-hmm.
I was lost there. I'm like, what are we doing with the quills?
Yeah. Yeah.
I would look for the hooks. I was like, come on, let's go get the hooks.
Exactly.
But yeah, you're right. Okay.
And here's another thing. You can make your own hook. That water was way too dangerous, I think, to be getting in there. Like I said, You have to risk it for the biscuit? I don't think it was time to risk it, Waz. What do you think?
Yeah, I was like, you're going to take out an ankle? Or, oh, that was not good. That was not good at all.
Especially when you see your friends already have something, most likely.
Right, and we're near the water where I grew up here, where you jump off rocks into the lake, and they're like full of moss. Mm-hmm. Like I've seen my husband like just step down on it and land right flat on his back. Like anything could have happened.
Oh my gosh!
Walking out under the water.
Yes,
that was very dangerous. I think
it was. But to give Waz some credit, Gary stays back at the place. They pick out their location. He leaves his equipment there. Waz does. And says, I'm going to go try to look for the tools, which is great. Mm-hmm. I thought it was interesting how they weren't more organized. They had that little meeting the day before. But when they get out there, it really wasn't that organized. Matt, Dan, and Chini met up a little bit. And he's like, okay, well, I'm going to look for the porcupine. Y'all go do this. Or they should have all met at the water and said, you go get this, you go get this, you go get this. That would have been so much easier.
Yeah, the divide and conquer. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I mean, you're trying.
Yeah, but you didn't execute.
Yeah.
You have to execute the plan. Okay, so let's talk about the hating on Jeff. Again, This is hard. I love all the survivalists. I love them all. Every single last one of you. And I know that y'all are real people. We don't know what's behind the scenes, why people are after Jeff. But when Gwen left, when she tapped out, she was like, now go kick Jeff's butt. Remember that? In episode 1 at the very end? Everybody is hating on Jeff.
Something we don't know?
I don't know. And then you were like, you called him a weasel, but a likable weasel. And then Matt says, Jeff has been a weasel trying to gain power. It's now for him to get a taste of his own medicine. I was like, oh, Debbie called him a weasel. Matt's calling him a weasel. Debbie was right on.
What did he tell Matt? Oh, when he found out about the bow. Oh, we're officially playing the game now, aren't we?
Right,
And that's what I think, like, Jeff started playing the game right from, like, the time he got there. That's what I thought.
No, Jeff was just being strategic and wanting to be a winner and getting all the stuff, which is part of the game, a strategy. But he hadn't been deceptive.
No, yeah, you're right.
He was talking about Matt being deceptive. Yeah. And then even when Dan and Chini were leaving to go on the migration, Chini was like, yeah, we got to hurry up because we want to beat Jeff. And then Dan says, Jeff could win this. I mean, Dan says it. So everybody's talking about Jeff.
So we see him pray. So we see Jeff, praying because he's looking for hooks also. And he has no idea what's going on. And I thought that was a tough one too. Where the hooks, I mean, we knew where the hooks were. Mm-hmm. How would you know? I was like trying to remember, how did Steven and Sarah know? I like Sarah, by the way. I think she's a baddie.
Keeping together like butt cheeks. I love that
saying. How did they know that they were on the rocks?
Because it was on the map. It showed the icon exactly on the two maps. I mean, the two rocks on the map, and they looked at the map, and they were like, oh, there's two rocks. It's not that hard.
How did Jeff not know?
Maybe his pinky little measuring didn't work. I don't know.
It went the wrong way.
Yeah, maybe he went the wrong one. I don't know. But he prayed in his first episode as well.
He did? I didn't see that.
Yeah, in his very first episode when he was young and tender, he prayed. Mm-hmm.
Oh, first episode.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, his first appearance ever.
Nice. I like that. That was nice.
Yeah. Jeff, I'm coming at you. He put the food in the wrong place on the trap, and you could hear the frustration in Stacy's voice. She was like, put it under the rock. I was like, how could you put the food in the wrong place, Jeff? I don't know. But let's get back to the very end of the show. This is where it gets interesting. Everybody hates Jeff. And Jeff is standing there, and he asks Steven, and this is what broke my heart for a second. Steven was his partner in a previous show, and he's like, come over here. Do y'all want to join together? Do you want to work together? And I don't know if they actually showed the real answer, but the answer was obviously no. He's been trying to work. He's been trying to do this teamwork. And your buddy, your partner, doesn't want to work with you? Oh, that must have hurt. Mm-hmm. And then we get to the pot. And I was like, oh, Jeff, please, God, no.
I know. And it ended there, I think.
Yes.
So we didn't know. We don't know what's going to happen.
I know what's going to happen.
Do you?
Yes. I know exactly what's going to happen.
Okay, you're going to predict. Okay, let's see.
No, I know.
Oh.
Okay, you ready? Jeff is not going to touch their stuff. You know why? Because that would be a whooping. His ass would get whooped. Ain't no way. He's standing right there. He's just talking a big game. He's talking evil, and it's great for ratings. Thank you, Jeff. But me and you both know that there is no way that you would mess with Steven's stuff. Because Steven and everybody else would whoop your ass. It was too obvious. It was too close. You know, they could see. He could see him. They were in eye shot. He was standing right by the pot.
Mm-hmm. And they don't say anything or think for 1 minute, oh, our stuff's right there, or worried about it.
Yeah. He's just talking big. He's not going to do anything. And the people who love Jeff are like, ooh. The people who don't like Jeff is like, that's exactly why, we don't like you. Do you think he's going to do it?
Well, I totally would have if I didn't see him pray like a few minutes before. Mm-hmm. I'm like, oh, thou shalt not steal, Jeffrey. I'm like, you just prayed. But, he just seen him there, and he just thought about it for a second. So I thought, I would have been really disappointed if he did.
But it left us on a cliffhanger. This is a competition. We talked a lot of trash. We talked a lot about strategy. I stand by everything that I'm saying. This show is freaking awesome. But you know what?
It is.
Some people aren't liking it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Like, what? Can't make everybody happy, can you?
No. Some people have texted me and DM'd me saying, listen, I didn't even finish watching episode 2. And I was like, ugh, go back and finish watching. The best part is at the end. But they don't like the weaselness of it and how they're pitting people against each other. But you just wait. We're still in the first 21. It's going to get worse and worse when it comes down to the end.
Yeah. It's only just begun.
It's only just begun. There's a lot of love out there. You heard Wes talk about when you're competing against your friends. Let me ask you a question. If you're playing football and your brother's on the other team, does that mean you don't hit him? No. Mm-hmm. That means you hit him hard and you know his weak spots and you use those weak spots and you take that guy down. So I was
take him down.
You. Yes, I know the weak spots, and that's what a game is. Somebody's going to get screwed over, though. At some point, somebody's going to get screwed over, and it's going to be so good. I don't know who it's going to be, though. Who do you think is going to get screwed over first?
I don't know. Like, literally sabotage, you mean?
Yeah.
I don't know, but it's going to be Jeff doing something.
I don't know who it's going to be, but I think it's going to be Sarah and Steven. I think they're gonna get screwed over. I think Jeff is going to resent Steven for not wanting to be his buddy, and I think that's what's gonna happen. So somebody sent me a preview of the show for next week, and I didn't want to watch it because I try my best to isolate myself from spoilers. I don't watch the previews, so let's watch the preview for next week and let's get some comments on it. Let's see what. Okay. See what it is. If you want to look for a preview on your phone, you can. Okay, here we go.
Over the last couple of days, I've seen certain things with Jeff's behavior that he's an egomaniacal narcissist.
The rules of the game, if you choose to leave, you're taking your partner with you. How are you? He's been ripping you off and dying in there for him.
All I could think about was that I have this power that I could tap out and Jeff would have to leave too.
Now that's how you play the game.
Oh my God. I was spot on. Spacey has the most power, but who is whispering in her ear? Gary. I told you this is the Gary and Jeff show so far.
Yeah.
Gary, what are you doing? I just gave you a compliment. Now you're doing this little sneaky. I like it. That's smart. He's smart. Smart and sensitive.
He is smart. We gotta be watching him. The ball's in her court. Anything. Like, I'd be like, listen, we're gonna do today what I say.
Yeah.
We're gonna do it my way.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Because if he goes, well, she goes too, but nice call. Nice call.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, people are going to hate me for saying this, but I'm going to say it. If I was in Stacy's position and I could not stand being around Jeff, I would have a group meeting and say, hey, if I knock Jeff out, do all y'all promise, whoever the winner is, y'all knock me off 10 grand? I'm not lying. And then I would take my kids to Disneyland.
Yeah. I want to go to Disneyland. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, what
she could do anything. She could do anything she wanted.
Go home, 10 grand. You're guaranteed 10 grand. And that's the sneaky stuff that this show needs. But some people don't like it. People love the love and the Team Sillies. Y'all got to get over it. This ain't Team Silly. This is a competition. Mm-hmm. Guaranteed 10 grand.
Oh, maybe she's at Disneyland right now. I called it.
I want to take a moment to say, everybody, let's support our survivalists. Like their posts. Follow them. If they have a GoFundMe page for, getting back to veterans, spread the love. Support the survivalists that bring us so much joy. But we're out. Can't wait till next week. And thank you, survivalists, for giving us such a great show.
Yeah, thank you.
Buy Wes's cookbook. I love his cookbook. I bought a cup.
Did you?
I cannot wait. Look, I'm drinking out of a paper cup because I refuse to drink out of anything that's less than Wes's cup. I can't wait.
Aww.
It's blooper time, y'all. Good Lord. Good Lord. Hang on. How do you react to this? Remix. Okay, hang on. I'm going to show you in a second, okay?
The responsibility for reaching your dream lies with the one individual who has
dang, boy.
that dream.
Oh, yeah.
And if you don't give it, it won't be given.
Yeah,
The responsibility for reaching your dream lies with the one individual who has dreamed that dream. And if you don't give it, it won't be given. The responsibility
Should I post
for reaching
that?
your dream lies with the one individual who has dreamed that dream.
How did you do that?
It was something I accidentally clicked on when I was going on my phone.